Nicolas Dromel, he's an economist at the French National Centre for Scientific Research, joins us live now from Paris. Thanks so much for joining us. Welcome to the show. So what do you expect from Christine Lagarde in terms of tone, in terms of approach? Should she take the helm at the IMF?
Good morning. So Christine Lagarde has many qualities for the job. First, she has a distinguished record of economic policy making at senior level. She has a strong political authority and global respect. She has also proved that she was able to discuss with many important economic actors in the resolution of the sovereign debt crisis in the Eurozone. And I think that she would be a very good opportunity for the IMF.
Yeah, I mean, the IMF accounts for what, a third of the Euro region's bailout packages. As of course they've promised transparency in this election, but when it comes to Eurozone bailout negotiations, particularly the terms of the bailouts, which seem to be coming under increasing scrutiny now, with Germany putting more pressure on some of those peripheral countries to do more in terms of fiscal adjustments, how is she going to balance those two dynamics? What do you think her approach would be? Would the IMF take as proactive a role as it has done under Strauss-Kahn?
Well, she has to take urgent, and I mean, if she was to be elected, she would have to take immediate action, because there's a urgent need for action in the resolution of the sovereign debt crisis. And but also, given that the emerging markets have taken more and more power within the IMF, she would have to take into account also other big economic issues around the globe, particularly concerning the emerging markets, like the rising food prices, rising energy prices, rising commodity prices.
We're seeing developments in European markets today. Stocks are falling. A lot of concern about the exposure of French and German banks. Threats of downgrades from credit rating agencies. You mentioned that whoever takes the helm at the IMF will be facing a number of challenges. With regards to Europe, what is going to be the most immediate challenge, the most immediate priority?
Well, the most immediate priority is to solve the problem with Greece. And now it seems that restructuring of the debt seems unavoidable. Because the debt to GDP ratio is far too high, and one needs to take urgent responses to that problem. Going for further bailout would mean higher taxpayer support, both in rich countries of the Eurozone, but also in Greece also, because if Greek banks are in trouble, the taxpayers will have to fund the rescue for the banks. So now there is a urgent need for deep talks about restructuring the sovereign debt in Greece, and Christine Lagarde may be this. I mean, if she was to be elected, this would be definitely a first big problem on our desk.
And the interesting thing that we're seeing right now is that Fitch has made some comments about Greece. You say Greece will be the most immediate challenge, and they're saying that a voluntary extension of the country's bond maturities, debt reprofiling, which we're hearing Eurozone officials making increasing noises about, they're saying that would amount to a default. We're seeing borrowing costs rise. How do you expect this to play out over the coming days and weeks?
Well, rescheduling has already been done several times, and it has not proven to be efficient for solving the problem. After the bailout last year of Greece, many tough austerity measures were taken on the fiscal side for the Greek public finance, and even though the debt dynamics are not going in a good way, so there are. Now, I think that the restructuration, and this is agreed upon by many economists and
Nicolas Dromel, thank you so much for your analysis. We'll have to leave it there. Great to have you on the show.